Hi guys, my last topic was on hypnosis on past life regression. Now I got feedback from some of my earlier viewers about another video that I had presented long back, which was on removal of negative and astral spirit entity attachments. If you check the video, it is there in my playlist under the mission videos, and that is one primary application of past life regression, because some of the soul groups suggested me about the uh, particular video that I've made on removal of physical and astral spirit entity attachments. So I advise you all to see the video and put comments under comments box, because that explains what do we achieve basically when we do this past life regression. Because the first application of past life regression is to heal you from past life or childhood trauma, and this is not something that is very easy, because when I started talking about physical and astral spirit entity attachments, this is the main reason for why people uh, enter into addictions, because they are not unable to heal their childhood or their emotional or past life trauma that is attached to their astral body. Now, childhood regression is something as important as doing this physical or astral spirit entity attachment removal, and these are all the application areas that we pinpoint once we do this past life regression. Because healing past life trauma will help you heal your spirit or astral entity attachments, so that you come out of the cycle of addictions and heal from it. When we talk about addictions, removal of addictions is something that can be done only when we eliminate any codependency or negativity within our aura, or there is always a point where physical attachments to entities, or even the talk, if we surround ourselves in a toxic environment, or if we attach our body with chemicals or toxins, still this physical entity attachments will make us become addicted to certain thought patterns, programming, or even other serious addictions like gambling or drugs or alcohol. Now, to eliminate these physical entity attachments, it is not an easy task. Once we do, there will be, if there is a past life trauma associated with the particular person who is having this issue of physical entity attachment, definitely he'll be showing tendency towards all kinds of addictions like shopping, gambling, alcohol, or any, even overworking, overeating. These are all things or patterns that people uh, tend to uh, show because of the negativity that they absorb from the surroundings or codependent people that are around them. Even codependency is a matter of addiction. Codependency is codependency happens normally for food or shelter, or something that is required for your primal survival, and you can survive without being dependent on any other, and you can simply live on your sole purpose without having any addictions. If these two things are clear, then even those astral negative entity attachments you have can be eliminated using a third eye meditation, as I have said earlier in one of my videos. Now, astral entity attachments are beyond the physical world. It is not like we attaching ourselves in a toxic third party situation, or in a toxic environment of chemicals, or be having codependency or attachment to people around us. Astral entities are totally different. Astral entities attach to you when you sleep normally, because you go into those higher dimensions while you sleep, basically, especially from the 8th to the 12th dimension. Because after the etheric layer, normally we have up to 6 or 7 dimensions. Up to 4th dimension itself, it is difficult for people to observe it during the regular day-to-day lives. So mostly these astral entities will pick up those astral entities who would have attached to the aura of your body. They will become active only when you sleep, because it comes and attach yourself in your dream state, or when your astral body projects itself subconsciously during a sleep state. It is easy for these entities to pick up your aura and attach yourself with it. If suppose you have a third eye meditation, suppose you perform a third eye meditation, it will be easy to find out what is the astral entity, the negative entity, if it is attached to your astral body. Now there are ascended masters which you can call for help, or say people who are healers. Suppose you believe in someone whom you believe that who is a spirit guide healer, spirit guide or a healer. They can easily remove those negative astral entities that are attached to your aura. Now, the best way to come out of these astral entities is, as I have said, doing a third eye meditation. And once we do this third eye meditation, we can connect our astral body to someone whom you think that who will help you in showing the correct way, like a spirit guide or an ascended master or a healer, from your experience, or by the advice of a spiritual guru or a spiritual counselor. They will be able to attach yourself to your third eye and completely eliminate these negative astral entities that are attaching to your third eye and creating all these issues within you. I have not spoken yet about the issues that these astral negative entities can create, because that might be very even what I feel is that these paranormal entities or the things that we see in paranormal movies about these alien creatures or those astral beings, those are the astral negative entity attachments which I am talking about. And this is not something which can be easily ruled out. It is not like the spirit of your family friend or your dead pet coming and attaching to you. This is something which you will not be even aware of, and that is the time when you will get the help of a psychic or a mediumship channeler to help you understand what is the entity that is attaching to you. Now, normally in normal cases, negative entities attach to your aura only when you have any past life trauma and you indulge yourself in addiction. If you are self-empowering yourself and you are able to let go of the past and heal from the past and do something that you wanted to do using your gifts and pursue your soul purpose, your higher purpose in life, normally you will be using the guidance from your spirit guides or spirit animals. And once we clear our path by following our own life purpose, we don't have anything else in life that we are dependent, or you know we can release the negativity from all kind of codependencies or negative entity attachments. Now if you are unable to live a life in which you don't have any of these problems, I mean any whatever is meaning was, if you feel that you can lead a life that is fulfilling your soul purpose without having any addictions or issues relating to trauma, stress, depression, negativity, then that is perfectly fine and good. But otherwise, then we all should take a call on why we are doing this past life regression, because it is not even like reading the Akashic records. Akashic records reading can be only done for people who don't have past life trauma, or if there is any trauma left in the system, that should be completely healed for them to understand about their Akashic records or the soul purpose in this lifetime, by using the tree of life and the flower of life, which that also I have explained in an earlier video. But then the relevance of past life regression is more important when we have childhood traumas associated within ourselves. Now, childhood regression is a separate topic which needs to be explained, because in childhood regression what we do is, there is no shortcut by which we can achieve do a childhood regression. Childhood regression is something, even for a person who is 30-year-old or 40-year-old or even 50 years old, the inner child will be still active. Now suppose you are getting angry easily, or getting provoked easily, or you become like a bulldog when you get provoked, or have road rage, or simply get into fights with people, then these are all problems related to your inner child. Then definitely that calls us to do a childhood regression. And mostly these childhood traumas will come out when we do this past life regression. Like in the past life regression meditation I have explained, the first visualization was about you living a perfectly good life. Then we do another visualization to understand a bothersome period of us which you hated or you didn't want to suffer. And mostly for most people, the childhood time will be the difficult or bothersome time that they never wanted to face in their lives, which is the truth. So which is why childhood regression is more important when it comes to even people who are 40-year-old or and above, because the inner child will be still active, and those inner child issues or wounds would not have been healed completely, which is the reason why they are not able to let go or forgive someone who is close to you, like your parents or your brothers or your sisters, or even your siblings, I mean your wife or husband or children. This is something, even when we grow above the, I mean from adulthood also, there might be childhood issues which people would not have cleared completely or healed from completely, and which is the reason why childhood regression is so important. I mean past life regression points us to healing past life trauma and doing if there is any childhood trauma or issues that are related to your inner child, those things also need to be healed. And if there are people that needs to be forgiven, they needs to be forgiven completely in order to help you release your past, and then only the trauma will be released from your system and you will be healed completely, so that you can let go of those issues completely in order to help you move into fulfilling your wishes and desires in your current lifetime. This is not a joke, because suppose you are staying with your parents, or you have been thrown out of your house, say for example, it will be difficult for you to suppose you have a fight with your own relatives or family members, and you are starting to live an independent life, then unless you have healed completely from the situation, that childhood trauma or pattern still exists in your uh, mental body. There is no need of emotional healing though, but what will happen is, this is something that calls us to do a childhood regression thoroughly, because if those inner child issues are not healed, then the person will not be able to develop himself as a better individual and be the best version of himself or herself, unless this person completely forgive his own people, if they are his relatives or parents or siblings. He will not be able to move in a direction towards pursuing his goals or wishes in his lifetime until and unless he heals completely and forgives them for the past deeds. Because this is something that everyone has to understand, that you are only responsible for your life, and you are also responsible towards achieving what you really want to do in life. And if you are not able to daily hit the circuit for fulfilling your wishes and desires, that means that there is a problem with you. If there are addiction problems, or if there are past life trauma problems, if you still feel that you are not able to freely choose a life that you want, then these are all pointing us to do past life regression or childhood regression. And mostly, if there is trauma associated with your childhood or past life, then that calls us to do past life healing also. Trauma healing is something that can be done with the help of a lot of alternate healing methods. Sound healing is a good method which I have explained earlier. We can use the help of gongs, shamanic drums and singing bowls to help put you in a sound bath and open up your chakra system with the help of singing bowls, and balance and correct them. Doing meditation or yoga will help you let go of the past easily, because what everybody thinks while we do yoga is, it is only the difficulty in sitting in a position, say for example 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But when we do yoga or meditation, what we do is, we essentially release the past along with the breath that we passes out. And once we release these yoga and meditation exercises, they'll help you let go of the past issues or past life issues easily, so that you will only be mindful about the clear and present now, and immediately what are the steps needed to accomplish your day-to-day routine or day-to-day activities. And if you are able to let go of the past and be open to receive from others, then that means that you can easily let go of the past life trauma or any pain that is associated in your emotional or mental body. If there is something pertaining to your causal body which could be attributed to your past life karma, then that calls for causal healing, which is also achieved with the help of sound healing or vibrational healing, with the help of gongs or shamanic drums and even singing bowls. Causal healing is a method which can be tried for people who have past life trauma still left in the causal body. Now, these are the various methods by which we can do healing of past life, your trauma, past life trauma, and your causal healing. And if there is any emotional healing required, that also can be achieved with the help of sound healing. And there are various ways of sound healing that is used, like vibrational healing. Vibrational healing is an alternative method. There are musical instruments like rattle, shamanic drums, gongs. Those are the even there are wind chimes or temple sounds which will help you release all those negativities. We can even connect to specific lifetimes with the help of singing bowls. And sound healing is the best alternate healing option to do all this past life trauma healing. And eventually we can do the childhood regression, which is an application of past life regression if we perform past life regression. So I thought of explaining all this because I have covered past life regression, hypnosis meditation during the last episode. So thank you all for listening to this.